Daniel O'Neill, a UK-based YouTuber, runs a channel called English Woodsman. For nearly a decade, he has been sharing videos of his wild, stealth, and woodland camping adventures in the UK. His channel primarily features Daniel, reviewing camping gear and showcasing his outdoor excursions. Most of his videos are fairly tame, but in August 2023, he uploaded a particularly disturbing video of a camping trip in the woodlands near his home. The video begins with Daniel walking through the woods, chatting with his subscribers, eating berries, and pointing out the sights on the way to his campsite. Along the trail, he pauses several times to note footprints and garbage, indicating others had been there recently.
Someone's been here. There's a lot of rubbish around here. Yeah, look at the state of this. Does get used, doesn't it? What a mess. Even over here, this is worse.
After about a 20-minute walk, he reaches a clearing where he plans to set up camp for the night. Sitting back against a tree, he eats his noodles and talks to the camera. Around 25 minutes into the video, things take a creepy turn.
We're going to be out Friday night, but I'm going away Saturday, so I've got a bit of a drive as well, so I didn't want to be tired, and it's going to throw it down Friday night as well, and rain camping is really good. Is that a badger? Hello?
Human-like footsteps can be heard behind Daniel, and when he turns around, there's no one in sight. Disturbingly, the footsteps stop as soon as he calls out, "Hello." He tries to regain his composure, sipping coffee and eating his noodles. But as the sun sets, the situation only grows more unsettling.
I don't know why I keep messing around with it. There's that noise again now. Hello? Hello? You got a bit of that. There's nobody here.
Around 40 minutes into the video, the footsteps return, sounding closer this time. Most people would have left immediately, but Daniel decides to stay and finish his dinner, attempting to calm his nerves. Remarkably, he almost manages to forget about the footsteps for a while. As darkness falls, the eerie footsteps start again.
I'm going to be honest. I can't stay here now. I want to be a wimp. I don't care if people call me a wimp in the comments, but I can't stay here. I'm too unsettled. I'm nervous. I've done camping like this a load of times. I think I'm going to go find somewhere else to get this bivvy set up. But I'm leaving this spot.
Understandably, after this third incident, Daniel decides to find a safer spot for the night. The exact source of the sounds is unknown, but since they resembled human footsteps, it's possible someone was stalking Daniel in the woods. This is incredibly dangerous, as you can never be sure of a stranger intentions when you're alone in an unfamiliar area. It might have been an animal, but Daniel mentioned the grass was slightly wet, which wouldn't produce such a dry sound if an animal walked on it. Additionally, commenters pointed out that no animal walks so uniformly. They constantly change pace. Regardless, it's fortunate Daniel decided to leave, as who knows what could have happened that night. This audio was uploaded to YouTube by a user named ForestFire21. It was recorded around 2 a.m. in December 2014. The uploader, who lives in a forest, mentioned that the noises were coming from deep within the woods behind his house. It's difficult to discern what the child is yelling, but upon close listening, several users noted in the comments that you can hear an adult voice yelling, "Where are you?" alongside the young female voice making most of the noise. This quieter, more subtle male voice makes the incident even more disturbing. Near the end of the video, the uploader mentions that he checked the news daily after that night, hoping to find an explanation for the screams, but never did. The fact that the screams were recorded at around 2 a.m. in freezing weather and deep in the woods suggests that something sinister may have been happening. It's puzzling why. The uploader chose to record and upload the audio instead of calling the police immediately after hearing a female voice in clear distress. However, there wasn't much context provided in the video's description. We can only hope that whatever issue occurred that night was resolved, but given the shrillness of the screams and the strangeness of the situation, we'll probably never know for sure. The Rampart Range is part of the Rocky Mountains Front Range in Colorado, consisting almost entirely of public land within the Pike National Forest. During the summer, many bikers enjoy the elaborate trail system of the Rampart Range and explore the great outdoors. Generally, this area of Colorado is a paradise for nature enthusiasts. However, in recent years, there's been a concerning trend of random people setting up wires at head height on trees, aiming to seriously injure bikers on the trails. In 2019, a Facebook post detailed this terrifying trend, mentioning that one of the poster's high school friends had died after running into a similar wire on a trail. People quickly commented, pointing out how incredibly malicious this act is and stressing that it should be categorized as attempted murder if the perpetrators are caught. 2 years earlier, in 2017, 2 motorbike riders uploaded a YouTube video of their encounter with a similar wire. Although they were unharmed, but it was a close call. When these wires are set up off-trail, it's hard to determine if they were placed with harmful intent, or by a camper or farmer to hang clothes or similar. But in cases where the wires are specifically placed on the trail, the intention is clear: to harm bikers. This might be due to annoyance with the constant noise from the bikes or another reason. More measures are needed to prevent such dangerous incidents, as it's not uncommon to hear about motorbikers and snowmobilers losing their lives because of such traps. Gone Creepy Outdoors is a channel where the uploader frequently shows footage of nighttime visits to sketchy outdoor locations during all 4 seasons. In October 2022, the channel uploaded a video of a camping trip to an unnamed forest, in the middle of nowhere, recording everything seen while exploring the surrounding woods in the dark. For the first few minutes, the only sound is the uploader's breathing, which highlights the bravery required to visit a dark forest alone, not knowing if you'll encounter hostile animals or something else. As the video progresses, the uploader comments on and observes his surroundings. Throughout the footage, there's no indication of anyone else in the forest. However, around 13 minutes in, an extremely disturbing sound shifts the video's tone.
Man, this place is so lonely. Imagine just being lost out here. It feels like this would never end. Oh, fuck. Oh, hi. What the hell? I need to get out of here. Oh, boy. Oh. Okay. That was creepy. I need to get out of here.
A voice yells, "I see you," from a couple of 100 feet away. This sound might have been made by a coyote or a fox, but because it sounded so much like "I see you," it could have been another camper trying to scare the uploader. Given that the YouTuber had been making noise the whole time, he might have inadvertently alerted someone else who wanted to play a prank. Still, it's hard to imagine why anyone else would be in the same secluded part of the woods. Most disturbing is that the person, animal, or whatever made the noise did so right after the uploader turned off his lamp, almost as if they were waiting for that moment.